this episode we're going to talk about front wings. I have 10 different front wings here in front of me. They're all fitting to the slalom discipline, and after this episode I hope you're gonna know which front wings fit you best. We're gonna start in the high wind with the smallest wing, the 375. This wing is made for speed. We hope to break the 40 knots barrier with this wing. As it's so small, it's more technical to jibe, but this wing is really made for the speed that it gets. Next up, we come to the 400. The 400 has a brand new profile and is redesigned especially to perform better when the wind gets a little lighter. When you have to, for example, move around on the race course or jibe, the profile really gives a lot of lift despite the small size. One size above is the 420. This is the slalom small wing I was using last year in the races. This wing is incredibly fast. I would really say if you want to go speed foiling with a little bit less wind, so when it's not enough for the 375 but you still want to reach high speeds, the 420 is your wing. It doesn't have the same low end than the 400 despite it being a little bit bigger, but it has so much control, and I was almost doing 38 knots on this wing, so the speed potential is very, very high. Next up, we come to the, for us known as the medium front wing. It's the 560. The 560 for me is an all-round machine. You can use it from 5.5 sails all the way up to 5 meter sails. It even holds a 9 meter. The 560 really is an all-round wing, which I believe doesn't matter your weight, should always fit in your range. Also, this wing can do speeds up to 35, 36 knots, so beside the huge range, it really has it's really fast as well. Then we come up to the bigger wings. I would say we have 3 big wings which are made for light winds, and a little bit depending on your weight and on your need, you would have to choose between these 3 wings for the light winds. First, it's the 620. It's the wing we also used last year in racing. If you are under a 90 kilo, and especially if you want to perform in PWA, usually this wing would be your go-to wing. It has a great low end, you can hold it up very long, it has a huge range. I'm using this mostly with the 9 meter, 8.5, 9 meter. You can use it with a 7.8 or something like this as well. If you are a little bit heavier, we have the brand new 660 wing. This wing has an incredible low wind. Especially for national races, they seem to start racing in a little bit lighter winds than we do on the World Cup. Then this wing, it will always make you fly. It will make you feel so secure because you will never drop a jibe. You can go around wherever you want. So for me, as the absolute light wind machine, I would take the 660. Then there is one more wing in the slalom category, which is the 720. I would say this wing is huge. I am never using it because it's simply so powerful. Doesn't mean that you can't enjoy it, because if you're, for example, over 100 kilo and you're really struggling to foil in light winds or to pull off your foil jibes when it's light, this wing will really support your weight in order to fly as early as possible, but also make your foil jibes in very, very light wind. So if you are pretty heavy, I would say 100 kilo or more, I think the 720 is your go-to wing for the light winds. Then, brand new in the F4 range, we are having the so-called free-race wings. These are wings which have definitely a good speed potential, but because of the profile, it's a touch thicker, it's a bit, I would say, easier and more forgiving. Slalom wings are technical. They are made to go fast, but your setup has to be right. You need to make sure that the balance everywhere is working well. And with these free race wings, you can simply have, without as much tuning, with less technique, get a higher speed. It comes in 3 different sizes. The smallest one has a 70 span and has 600 square centimeter. Then there is the, let's say, Medium one, which is the 800, has an 800 span and it's also 800 square centimeter. And then the lightest one, which is the 900, which has a 90 span and 950 square centimeter. You can really see that these three wings, they are bigger in size than the slalom wings, and this is just for you to have a better ride with less technique from yourself. That's the whole range we currently have. I hope after this you know a little bit better which front wing you need and that you are taking the most out of your session.